Glad to have you with us from Davis Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. This game could have a huge impact on the trajectory of both teams' seasons as each are trying to break into the top 25. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field. The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will go on the attack first. And we hear much from this impactful receiver last week. Very quiet. And Jesse, you know he's itching to make a play.
Yeah, I think it was a variety of reasons, too, why he wasn't that big of a part of the offense last week. Got to give the defense credit, did a great job in coverage. There were some drops, and the quarterback missed him a little bit. I know the quarterback's going to try to get him involved earlier in this football game, so expect play calls going his way, I think, early in this one.
Yeah, he's too good not to be a part of the game plan. Last week was a blip. Like that's not going to happen again. I think this offense knows that. Talking to him this week, they'll find creative ways. They're going to try to do it early. Like, he is their guy. He's their guy they're going to focus on for that big play, that big playmaker out wide that can really turn small plays into big ones.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence, everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a really good team, finding out who you are.
Speeding down the left side. Inside the touchdown Bulldogs. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
That's how you get your playmaking wide receiver in the game early. First series, they scripted this. They want to get him the football. They get him the football, and he does the rest. Gets the big touchdown on the opening drive of the game.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Real disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Missouri's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. A big challenge in this matchup is for the linebackers to be able to hold their ground, something they haven't always been successful at doing. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams...
Caught, and he's got room. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy by an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Jukes his way for more. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. And the Tigers are flying down the field. Throwing Simmons. Quarterback floating away from pressure. The defense sort of hurts this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The run inside. It's Roberts. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. It'll be third and long. Quarterback making checks. Simmons from the gun on third down. He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's a really good job by this offense. I like it, man. Go 5 wide. You can tell right away you got a running back out wide. The corner stays out there so you know it's zone coverage. He sits down like a wide receiver. Really nice job working the outside part of the field. Quarterback, running back on the same page for the nice completion.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And how about the lefty? He's got to buy some time and scrambles outside the pocket to the right and does a really good job of, even though he's running, still stays under control and makes a nice strike to his wide receiver.
The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Missouri trying to convert this fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Hardy. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football, to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
Makes a grab and room to run. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Taylor wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They'll give it to Fluff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Here's Simmons to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Looking down the left side. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Finds the tight end. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to Hardy. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. Finds his man in the middle. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Oh, better look out! Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Simmons. Here's a heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Back to pass, it's Simmons. Got the quick pass. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. Austin Simmons firing again. He's got it and still on his feet. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it with Hardy. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Direct snap. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
I I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe pump it.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
His defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense.
There he goes! And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
On first down, it's Bothwell again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Tempo and overdrive.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The Bulldogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On 3rd down, here's Bothwell. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical.
Headed to the end zone. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The option look. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
I tell you what, as that ball starts to get towards the sideline when they're running these option plays, man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary is going to be much more involved in getting the quarterback to the ground. Nice job by the secondary, by this defense.
And they swarm him under. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field. And as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Throwing Simmons. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Looking to throw at Simmons. Quickly complete. And they're able to get him on the ground. Timeout called by the Bulldogs as their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. He might want another play. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on third. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think...
Snags it, and there's running room. Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking to throw on first down. Complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him...
Makes the catch at the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Man, find your matchups you want. You got a slot matched up on a DB. I can take advantage of this. He's so quick. Those are where you put your faster twitch guys that can win inside right now, give it to him. And win outside right now, give it to him. Find those matchups.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Taylor wants to throw. Got his man on the outside. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Mississippi State looking for the 4th down conversion. They'll go with Bothwell. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Good gain there, picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to fire to the left. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your team.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
And the missed connection on third down.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on third down. They made a big one there.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. The Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Running right, it's Bothwell. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. Off Bothwell again. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Taylor wants to throw it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Bringing the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down.
And they are sending out the field goal unit now. Thought they might spin that wheel of fortune on fourth and short, but they'll line up for the field goal. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And that lead grows even bigger.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left. And
oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab right down the middle. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. Here's a give to Hardy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Here's Simmons to throw. Shoots it to the left. All by himself. Touchdown, Missouri! And they take it in for 6 more points. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season. and the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Taylor wants to throw. Trying to set up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And it's something you learn as a pass rusher all the time, man. If I beat that tackle immediately, right away, there's usually a reason. They're wanting me to run upfield. He
picked off. What a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Simmons finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They'll give it to Hardy. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. He makes a grab. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Here's Hardy. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing.
He caught it. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Instead of opting for the chip shot field goal attempt tying the game, they instead touchdown Tigers. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
We've seen this guy do it time and time again throughout his college football career. On critical down and distances, he shows up for his offense. He did right there on 4th and goal.
And the point after is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RP. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Oh, and that is a backbreaker for the offense. You're trying to drive down the field here in the second half to keep this thing close, and you cough it up. And not just that, David. It's a defensive touchdown now, starting to blow this game open.
So starting to get some separation, and here's the thing about this defense, man. It's one thing to create turnovers and to create extra possessions. This is another thing to know what to do with it when you get it. And they scoop it, had a plan. Look at them running all the way to the house and add to their lead.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a run.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
And as we head for the fourth period, both of these quarterbacks have put up some numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Taylor wants to throw it. Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He'll heave it deep. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. And after there is a player still down on the field. Training staff checking out this junior defensive tackle. We hope this is not serious and he gets back in the fray shortly. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Off play action. Can't connect on his first throw.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll give it to Flop. And they're able to get him down. Mississippi State going up tempo. Taylor wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy.
Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Mississippi State. He found some open space, and
give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. About 4 minutes left, and it has been an all-out battle. The winner very likely will find itself ranked next week. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Ball is loose. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to pass, it's Burns. Works the middle. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late and didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Back to the ground with the running back. Got enough for the first. He works his way past the first down marker, and that will put this one away.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need 1 play. We need 1 run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
And it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage, they can't get it done, and it is over.
Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.